Housekeeping rules. Make sure you register to vote. The last day to register, October 26th. That is for in-person, online, mail. Guys, register to vote. Oh my God, it's so important. Yo, I went to the library the other day and they literally had a whole section just for you to register to vote. You can register to vote anywhere. It's at your disposal. Make sure you register to vote, guys. We want a better tomorrow. Period. So if you're seeing me today, I'm a little bundled up today because your girl's feeling a little bit under the weather. Like, when you're not feeling well and you want to explain to someone like, oh, I'm not feeling well, but you just have to be like, I just have like a little cough. I just have a little something. No, like my head is pounding, guys. Like I feel like I got a little cold going on, but we here. We moving. So we're here. Welcome back to the episode of Thiccum podcast. I missed you guys. I really did. Oh my goodness. I know it's been a while. In my head, I feel like I've been consistent, but I have not been consistent to you, my Thiccums, and I apologize to that. But if this is your first time ever meeting me, hi, my name is Ijoma, and I am the host. So basically, I'm here. I have guests. We have solo episodes like today, and we're just going to talk about things that I'm going to talk about something that's been on my mind for a while. But don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And audio listeners, give me 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Let's rack them numbers up, guys. It really helps me with engagement. Thank you. You know those cool hearts that the people are doing now? Is it the... I Yo, like, it's like the pointy hearts. Like, Mimi from Love Island be doing it. She be like this. Hey, Anyways. Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing? Today's episode is going to be a vibe. It's like a calm vibe. We just going to be chatting. And I guess the first thing I was told by my mentor that made me actually want to do this episode is feel the fear, do it anyways. Yeah. Feel the fear and do it anyways. I think when she told that to me, I was just like, bro, what the hell? Like, I just didn't, I didn't know that I needed it. I think for me, one thing I've learned in post-grad is that, are you a thinker or are you a doer? Do you know if you're a thinker or a doer? I think that's really important because for me, I realize I'm always a thinker. I'm always thinking strategically. And a thinker could be good because it's good to think. But sometimes when you're too much of a thinker, you overconsume that and then you don't start to do. I think for me, like, I think so much. Like, y'all, one thing about me, I'm having imaginary interviews, okay? By now, I've been on so many different interviews in this world. Like, y'all know me from TV. I planned out my, when, how on the Jennifer Hudson show they have the whole walk and then they start to clap people's names out and they in my mind they've did that for me and I'm like walking. Girl, and the thing is so funny, I'm such a thinker that this can be reality if I actually just do it. And I think when my mentor told me that like a month ago, it made me realize, and I was like, damn, like we need to start doing. Like I need to like think, if I'm thinking too much about it, just do it. Like, and no matter the outcome, as long as you did it. And that is what I needed to hear. And that's what I was like, I need to talk about this. Like I need to realize that like I'm focusing on thinking so much to make things perfect, and not everything's gonna be perfect, Ijoma. Like it's not, and I wish it would be, but it's just not. I went to CultureCon. If you don't know what CultureCon is it's culture. What is CultureCon? It's a creative conference. It's a creative concert conference in New York City. They also have it in LA as well, but it's for 2 days in New York City, and it's where all Black creatives just come and we listen to panels and we vibe, and it's such a good time, right? I looked cute. Let me show y'all the picture. And if you want to see how I looked, guys, make sure you go to the YouTube and check it out, all my audio listeners. But I love you guys. But yeah, went there and they had Tyler James Williams speak on a panel. And I think this episode is another thing that's like, I'm going to really talk about what he said, and I'm going to play it right now.
Young professionals in the audience, What piece of advice would you give to someone who's in their waiting season, if they really haven't gotten there yet, but they're hopeful for it?
You're gonna miss this time. Everybody romanticizes getting to the place, but the one thing that everyone ends up saying when they get there is they miss this time right here. There's so many options, things to play with and try. You can try anything right now and fail, and it's fine. If we try something and fail, it's everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, there's something so beautiful about this. So don't miss the blessing that is right now trying to get to where you're trying to get to. Try everything. Fail at everything. Learn from everything. Take everything in. Because once you cross that line and the stakes get high, they never go back down. So enjoy this time if you can.
Something Tyler said was that, like, we're gonna miss this time that we have now. And that's really caters to me trying to learn how to be present. I think for me, like, I'm not present. Your girl is not present, and I'm learning how to be present because I'm always thinking about what's next. That caters to me being a thinker, but I'm like, I'm not enjoying the moment I prayed to be in that is right now. And I think that holds me back. That holds me back spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. It holds me back in everything because I'm so keen on what I don't have. I'm not content with where I'm at right now. And it really makes me think, like, why are you not content? Because for me, for example, I literally prayed for this current role I have now, and now I'm trying to find a new role. Now, forever, the reasons why I'm trying to find a new role, obviously there's reasons behind that, but I'm like, Ijoma, you, yes, work towards your new role, but don't be ungrateful for this role that you were praying for 8 months ago to have. And I think for me, I had to really remind myself that it's okay. Like, God doesn't make mistakes. He eats it up. So I started using this new sermon. It's an app, and it's called, I think it's Glorify. I said Glorify at first, but that doesn't even sound literate. I think it's Glorify. And basically it's like a sermon and you get sermons each day, and then your tree grows because you're bearing the fruit of the Lord. It's so cute. And basically when they were one of the sermons was talking about being discontent. That obviously it's quite obvious we get discontent sometimes, because sometimes we expect more out of ourselves. And I think for me, they were talking about how being discontent should lead you closer to God. And I was like, oh, what do you mean by that? And they were explaining how, like, we should take a moment and really listen to what God is talking about, or really listen, and God's listening and God's speaking to you. And sometimes, like, you wouldn't notice that something you prayed about in the day that you forgot about, God will send a person over to show you. And I'm like, hold on. Like, I'm so sorry, guys, I'm stuffy. Like, I really hate that I'm stuffy, but I really wanted to talk to you guys today. I really did. And I think that just really goes back to me being present, because I'm, like, currently not as happy as I would want to be in my current position. However, it's just like, be present, like, be okay with where you're at, be fine. And it's so hard though. I wouldn't lie to you. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to be present. And I bought a book to teach me how to be present. It's collecting dust over there. Guys, I don't know how y'all read. I'm not into reading. I think the only book that I know that I've read, and I read it was called, what was it called? Queenie. I read Queenie. And it was such a good book, and I read it in like a couple of days, and I never picked up a book again. Like, I'm just not into reading, but I'm trying to get into it because the intellectuals be reading. The billionaires be reading, and I'm trying to be a billionaire, so why the hell not? But just really learning how to be present and learning how to be okay with where you're at, because you're in this season for a reason. I remember I said that to my brother, and he was looking at me, he was like, that's so fucking corny. And I was just like, but it's facts. Like, you're in this moment because of the future that you're going to uphold. Like, and I think a lot of people don't really remember that. And I'm talking about myself. It's so funny, guys. When I'm talking to you guys, I'm talking to myself. Like, I'm just thinking out loud right now because these are things that I'm enforcing in my life that I want to improve to make my days better and longer. And that's just honestly what I have to say towards that. Like, being okay with just doing. Like, fuck the haters. Just feel that feeling. Like, feel that feeling. Feel the fear. Feel that emotion of fear. Think about it for like 2 seconds and just do it. I think when I like start to reminisce on something for too long, I'm just like, you're holding yourself back. Because sometimes, like, I started doing things quarterly, so I started looking at how I can do stuff, and I'm like, Ijama, like, you're looking at things quarterly now, and you can see where your mess ups are now, because it's in a smaller window. How are you going to amend that? By just doing it, feel that emotion, and just do it. Another thing I've realized recently since I've graduated, I'm so excited. I'm so happy I took a gap year. I'm so happy I took time off of school. I think I've been in school basically like all my life. And now, like, I'm taking time off to find out who the hell this sexy girl is. I understand I'm way very, you guys know, how do y'all feel about modest being in right now? How do y'all feel about modest being like a new trend? I heard this girl on TikTok talking about how, like, people are being, she correlated the recession that we're currently in and modesty together. And I thought it was so interesting because I was just like, damn, that is very true. I don't know if it's very true, but it made sense. But I like the modest trend. I don't like all the skin out, the boom boom. Like, I don't like all of it. I'm not crazy about all the skin out outfits. But I'm very happy I took a gap year because I'm learning more about myself. And I think, like, sometimes, like, I think about what would have happened if I just went straight into school. When I was graduating college, I thought I wanted to be a lawyer. When I was preparing to graduate for college, my plan was just to go to law school. Imagine I did that. I would have honestly, like, not been the person I am right now. I've learned so much within this time I've been off. And I'm like, yeah, like, this was a very good decision of mine. Did it feel scary in the moment? Of course it did. But if you're thinking about taking time off, like taking a gap year to recoup yourself and find more and to get a job and experience more, or to travel around the world, guys, do it. Like, taking a time from school, because school is a simulation. Taking time away from school to focus on the real world, because school is not the real world. That was the biggest eye-opener ever. Like, school is not the real world. And I guess when I figured that out, I was like, damn, like, all right, let's actually figure out how we're gonna make this work, like how we're actually gonna do all these things. Yeah. I'm also trying to be kinder to myself. I think I notice I'm not really kind to myself. I'm always, like, pushing myself to the next moment, which is good. But I also need to remember that, like, you're doing the things that little Ijoma always wanted to do. You're doing the things that your inner child always wanted to do. So it's okay. Like, dude, I've been trying to take myself on solo dates. And I think I've only done it twice this year, which is really bad. Like, we're about to end the year and I've only taken myself out twice. I mean, sometimes I'll take myself out to, like, get food. So I don't know if that's a solo date, but, like, I've done it twice intentionally, like, be like, today's a solo date day. And I think that's something I want to do more. Like, guys, give me solo date ideas. Like, I want to take myself more out on solo dates. Like, I want to treat myself, because sometimes, because of the world, you get so overconsumed, you forget about yourself. I think something I've been forcing myself is to always make sure, like, my hair looks presentable. I think that is something I've been practicing since I started working my current role. And it's been okay. Like, even though some days I'm like, no, I don't look good, I just keep forcing myself to make sure my hair looks nice. You know, have you guys ever seen that TikTok? And the girl's like, one thing about it, you would never know. You can never tell what I'm going through. That's not what it is. Bitch, you're ruining it. What is it? I'm gonna post it right now because I don't remember it.
One thing about me, you can never say I look like what I'm going through. One thing about me, you can always say I look like what I'm going through, if not worse.
I always look like what I'm going through. but that's so facts. I always look like what I'm going through, and it's so freaking funny. Like, I hate that. I want to always just look like I'm okay, but like, even though I'm not, like, my face tells my entire story. And like, even at work, they be hinting I have a resting bitch face, but I'll be like, I don't care. It's not good though. I'm definitely learning more corporate stuff. I want to talk more about corporate, like navigating corporate in my podcast in the future. So that's definitely something we're going to talk about soon. But yeah, guys, this was really just a mini episode of me catching up with you guys. Like, I really missed you guys more than ever. Like, I missed my Thiccums. More episodes are to come, guys. Like, I'm really trying to prioritize you guys more. I'm really trying to focus on you guys more before the end of the year. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you like this video and comment. And I asked a lot of questions. Like, I asked about like modesty. Like, do you guys like the modesty trend? How are you guys being kinder to yourselves? Are you a thinker or a doer? Let me know your thoughts, guys. Like, let me know. I love interacting with the Thiccums. Guys, follow me on Instagram and on Instagram and TikTok at the.thickofitpodcast, as well as, yeah, make sure you subscribe. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I'll see you guys soon. Love you.